Morning, welcome to Mucker's Movies. Today we're in Wookey, more famously known for Wookey Hole Caves. But we're here to look at the church today. The church is Victorian, built in 1874. It is built in what is probably an old quarry, occupying a visibly raised position in the centre of the village. The church was originally a chapel of ease to Wales St Cuthbert until 1931, before becoming part of the parish of Easton. It only became a parish in its own right in 1973. As we've walked through the main door, it looks like the bell tower is directly above us. Here we have to the memory of Edward Ernest Healy. That is, his name may be recorded in the village and that he loved, and where he lived from 1892 to 1919. This tablet has been placed here by his wife and children. Then we have to the glory of God in memory of Thomas Asper, Hodgkinson,
that's the family.
JP of Wookey Hole. He died in 1910. And we have in loving memory of Gerald William Hodgkinson, OBE, MC. He was born in 1883 and he died in 1960. The building of the church was paid for by the Hodgkinson family, who were paper mill owners at the time. They also built the new mill building, the school, a working man's club, and many of the houses in the village, making Wookey Hole a fine example of a Victorian industrial village. Here we have a Madge Masters, devoted member of the church, a very dear friend, 1977. They passed away. Look at the screen. It's only a small church, but it's a very nice looking church. Look at the barrel roof. The ceiling in the chancel is panelled and painted with the apostle symbols. We have the organ. The organ chamber on the south side, which contains the original organ, which is in fine working order. Can look at the keyboard, it looks like it's locked. VG Vowels, Bristol 1840. 1880, sorry. Sorry about the background noise, there's a lady in here working. I don't know what that is in there. It's only going to be a short video today because it's only a small church. The chancel and nave have well carved wall panels at the eastern end. All the other furniture is wooden, with carved pulpit and plainer pews, a reading desk, altar and a credence table. There are 4 gilded angels holding candles 3 metres above the floor. The stone figures are of Mary Magdalene and John the Baptist. Here we have St. Cecilia, in the loving memory of Jean Hardin, who, as Jean Brown, was organist of this church for 10 years. She died on November 16th, 1961, aged 28. We have the God's greater glory and in grateful remembrance of Julia Hodgkinston, for many years our very good friend. These windows are given by our one-time neighbours of Wookey Hole, November 1925. Lovely windows. Look at the details in these boards. Look at all the detail gone into the fretwork along here. At the bottom of this window it says, honour and majesty are before him. to the glory of God and in memory of William Sampson, Hodgkinson, who died January 1876, aged 58. The chancel organ chamber and the vestry of his church were built by his widow and children in 1876. Look at the detail around the store. And we have in memory Guy Ashcroft Hodgkinson, died November the 29th, he's born 1879, he died April the 11th, 1957. Let's have a look at this ceiling as well. We have in memory of J.C.D. Toomer, who died 1967. We have John Lovell, 1911 to 2005. The carved rood screen has a cross above. We have the fonts. The font is thought to be 12th century and is covered by a lead layer dated to the 16th or 17th century. The lead contains graffiti from 1626 to 1776. Here we have the soldiers from 1914 and 1919, Great War. Percy Doulting, George Pigman, Barry Rose, Douglas Rose, Wilfred Richards, Alfred Richards, Sidney Smith, Alex Spray, Joshua, I think that is, Vincent, and Harold Wilson. Well, that's it from inside the church. Let's go outside and take a look around. Well, here we are back outside the church. Sorry, I forgot to say the church is St. Mary Magdalene. There's a little pub there, the Wookey Hole Inn. The grounds of the church cover about an acre. However, much of this is a steep bank behind the church. The war memorial on the south lawn was built in about 1920 from Doulting limestone with bronze plaques inscribed on both sides with the name of the dead. The war memorial was listed Grade 2 in 2004. This is for the soldiers that died in 1939 to 1945. And I think the first ones here is First World War. Percy Doulting, George Pittman, Douglas Rose, Harry Rose, Alfred Richards, Wilfred Richards, Sidney Smith, Alex Spray, Joshua Vincent, Harold Wilson. I think that's the same as the ones I read inside the church. Then we've got 1939 to 1945, Dennis Short and Bernard Sheldon. Take a look around here, surface. I can't see any graves as such. Just spotted the bell, so take a close up of that. The Victorian Church is built in Gothic Early English style and constructed of local pudding stone. Besides other caves, Wookey is also famous for, I think it's a paper mill. I think it's a family that owns it that put a lot of money into the church. But I shall look it all up when I get home, give you more information. The lady I was talking to just now was very helpful. She told me if down here there's some poisonous spiders. I've taken some photographs of the information, so you'll be able to read that for yourself later on. And there's also bats around. I think they're, oops, nearly slipped. I think they're called horseshoe bats. Another door. Low tap. I hope you enjoyed this little walk around this lovely little church at Wookey today with me. Directly across the road is Wookey Hole Caves. So when you're around this area, why not make a day of it? Lovely little village. And as you can see yourselves, there's a nice little pub as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.